Then we learned that fasting is not invalidated by swallowing the saliva or phlegm. So if a person is coughing, okay, and he doesn't realize there's some saliva that comes into his mouth or some phlegm and he ends up swallowing it, then in that case, his fast is not invalidated. Okay? And also one more thing before we continue. Hasan Basri, he said, إِن دَخَلَ حَلْقَهُ الذُّبَابُ فَلَا شَيْءَ عَلَيْهِ. That if a fly enters the mouth of a person and he ends up swallowing it, then there's no sin on him, meaning his fast is not invalidated. You might wonder, how is that possible? It is possible. Okay? Ask people who may be sleeping outside sometimes, and there are flies everywhere. So it's quite possible that a person is yawning, and the next thing he knows, a fly is into his mouth, and he's wondering what's that, and he ends up swallowing it. Okay? So there's no harm on him. There's no sin on him. His fast is not invalidated. Why? Because it was unintentional. Okay? And because of the same reason, let's say you're cooking food, and there's steam coming out of the food, and you can feel that steam almost in your mouth, okay, sometimes in your throat as well. It wasn't intentional. There's no harm in that. Likewise, you may be doing bukhur. You know what bukhur is? Right? So basically oud, wood, and it's like that you burn that's fragrant. So it has a lot of smoke as well, right? Sometimes when you're doing it and you breathe heavily, you can almost feel it in your mouth. Likewise, you may perfume yourself and you may feel the fragrance reaching your mouth. You may be cleaning, the sink or something with some detergent, and the smell is so strong that the chemical, you can actually feel it in your mouth. Again, that doesn't break the fast. There is no harm. Why? Because it was unintentional. It was unintentional. And it's not really food, right? It's not something that you take in for nutrition anyway. So this is just like a fly entering the mouth unintentionally. It doesn't break the fast. Okay? Then bleeding from the teeth does not affect the fast unless it is swallowed. Same principle, blood in the mouth doesn't break the fast unless if it is swallowed. How? Deliberately.